In 1957, Eagle Industries built the ideal town of Oxenford Settlement for its workers. 85 identical houses, neat streets, Central Park. But it had one golden rule. Every family had to drop a residency report of their daily activities into the blue mailbox in front of their house each night. The report contained strange questions. How many times did you look at a mirror today? Did you hear a sound like your own name being whispered from the walls? In the second week, the Harvey family didn't submit a report. The next morning, their house was empty. No sign of travel, no struggle. Half-eaten breakfast on the table, shoes neatly lined up in the entryway. The only odd thing, all the mirrors in the house were covered with black cloth. On the living room wall, written in toothpaste, were the words, "We remained silent." The company locked the house and declared the family relocated. But the pattern continued. Any family that failed to report or gave wrong answers disappeared. Workers began to whisper. Beneath the town was an assessment hall that analyzed the sounds and images from the houses to gauge the compliance level. Compliance with what? No one knew. In 1961, a young engineer named Thomas, working on the sewage system, found a hidden passage beneath the park. He entered a tunnel that led to a large control room with primitive monitors. On the screens, the life of each house in Oxenford was displayed as sound waves and thermal patterns. He noticed a repeating pattern. Whenever a house's sound wave showed a specific signature of absolute silence, even in sleep, that house's screen turned red and a signal was sent. Exactly 24 hours later, that house was empty. Thomas took a recording from the system and fled. On the tape, the shift supervisor's voice said, "The residents must not become aware of the background silence. If they realize silence is a living entity, they can communicate with it, and that is the end of the project." He gave the tape to the newspapers, but the company bought and destroyed all copies. Thomas disappeared. Oxenford Settlement was abruptly evacuated and sealed in 1963. Official reason, soil contamination. In 2018, a documentary team with sensitive audio equipment visited the site. They recorded something they shouldn't have. The silence of Oxenford was not uniform. It had a sub-audible rhythmic pattern, like the breathing of a sleeping giant. And when they turned their camera on in the Harvey house, the black cloths on the mirrors were fresh, as if put there that same day. That night, the team's recorded audio had an extra sentence none of them had spoken. A voice that sounded like their own, but hollow. "Welcome home. Have you prepared tomorrow's report?" Researchers examining Eagle's archives, the company went bankrupt in 1980, found a classified file, Project Harmonica. The goal, to create a harmonious community that would eliminate mental noise and human sonic anomalies, to provide a pure medium for communication with a subsonic silent intelligence residing in the layers beneath the earth. The residents were not inhabitants, they were living modulators. The sounds of their daily lives, like a symphony, fed and pacified this silent entity. Families who fell silent were in fact cutting off its food source and became prey. Today, Oxenford Settlement is a ruin. Its door is still bearing the company's locks. But urban explorers report that if you stand in absolute silence in the Central Park, you can feel pressure on your eardrums. And if you carelessly cough or shuffle your feet, you feel something's attention shift toward you. Perhaps true silence never exists. Perhaps what we call silence is just the interval between two notes of hunger from something we cannot hear. And perhaps Oxenford's strange rules were not about control. They were a warning. Do not be quiet, or you will draw its attention. And if Thomas was right, if you could communicate with it, what is the first question? And will the answer it gives be within our range of hearing? Or will it be something that, upon hearing, erases the mind like a magnetic tape?